Hey guys, my name is Tori and I'm doing my leadership blog. So after completing the leadership skills questionnaire, I rated a high score of 24 for administrative skills, a moderate score of 20 for interpersonal skills, and a high score of 25 for conceptual skills. I can see how I might have rated those numbers because I am detail oriented and task driven. So very planned and well organized. So administrative skills I can see doing well in. My interpersonal skills are my weakness. I'm aware of that. I'm quite blunt. I kind of call things the way I see them. If there's a problem, I love to fix it. I don't like for people to sit around and complain about things that don't work for them and just say that's the way it is. It doesn't have to be the way it is. I like to make things more beneficial for everybody, so I'm a fixer. I realize that that may not be opportune for managers, and maybe I'm not cut out to be one. We'll see. My type of leadership does not tend to mesh well with that of my primary hospital. I've been a part of this facility for a little over 6 years, and I believe the organization is very similar to that in our book of a modern hospital, with the exception of a few positions. It consists of a board of directors followed by a CEO, CFO, COO, and a chief nursing officer. Of course, planning and human resources and support services under that, and then your managers and staff nurses. It's pretty small. It's about a 399 bed hospital. It has a vertical chain of command with little decision making that fall in the hands of those who actively participate in patient care. That can be frustrating in this type of chain of command. I don't like that the upper management makes all the decisions regarding things that they, quite frankly, know very little about in reality because they don't work on the floors with us. So that's where I think I may enjoy the horizontal type structure. But I would love to talk with some nurses who've had experience with that type of structure to know for sure. Our book does talk about with the horizontal structure, you lose the immediate go-to person to ask when you have questions or need help. So you lose that vertical chain of command, but on the other side, nurses have more flexibility. So it might be nice to try. The authority at my facility seems to be a line type authority and is represented in the organizational model. I do love my job. I love my coworkers, and that's why I stay there. I am holding out for management to change. Unfortunately, with this type of structure, if your upper management is not the best, you tend to lose a lot of good employees, and that's what's happened over the last 2 years at our hospital. We have probably lost, I'd say, close to 50% of our staff. Huge turnover, so we have a lot of young nurses there, which is fine, but the experience is lacking. So those are detriments of having this type of authority. If I were a nurse manager, I would try to secure excellent staff by being the type of manager who promotes teamwork and values their employees. If employees feel appreciated and needed, they tend to stay. And then the word of mouth gets out that they love their floor and they love working there, and that tends to bring you some great staff as well. Some of the attributes I would consider imperative to draw the staff you want to work for would be that of a bias for action and simultaneous loose type properties as discussed in our book on page 150. I would also need to learn to ask the right questions in the hiring process to be able to evaluate the benefits of each potential employee. So hiring skills would be great. I believe my management style would be more of a participative style. I feel that the most well-run system is that which seeks out and includes the opinions and suggestions of its employees. For me to be successful in this role, I would still be able to have a good functioning relationship with that of the top and middle level management teams as well. I would need to learn to be effective in scheduling to assure that staffing is good for nursing but not wasteful for budgeting. I definitely would need to work on my listening skills prior to responding and my interpersonal skills. I would need to know the roles of all staff members in order to promote a great working relationship with all players, PT, case management, family members, respiratory, of course the doctors and PAs and NPs, all of the interdisciplinary team. That way we would be able to provide the best care for our patients, and that's our goal. Of course, I would have to learn the positions of upper management as well, and what they do and who to go to when I need help. The article I researched was called Implementation of a Transdisciplinary Team for the Transition Support of Medically and Socially Complex Youth. Long title, I know. It was a long article as well, but it basically spoke to the absolute hands down benefit of the transdisciplinary team. This particular article was talking about a group of troubled youth, both mentally and physically. It was a group of 11 to 22-year-old. Almost 300 of them were followed in a study to see what the outcomes would be when they added things such as mental health and support services and other types of things, not just primary care help. And the outcomes were great. The parents and the patients reported wonderful benefits from having all aspects, and it seemed to resolve a lot of problems, especially on the mental end and helping people of this age group get back on their feet and get going again. So it was a good article, good read if you have time to read it. I have attached it on this blog. So thanks. Bye.